original.
Hello, and welcome to Webcrawlers, the podcast where we do a deep dive into some of our favorite mysteries. Each week, we will introduce our topic, lay out our research and findings, reveal some conspiracy theories, and conclude with our own hypothesis. I'm Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
Melissa, who are our patrons for today?
We've got Foxtrot Fanable,
Ooh.
real name, I would assume, Penelope and Tracy.
I wonder if Foxtrot Fanable is a huge fan of the Foxtrot dance and is a professional dancer.
Or they're a cannibal.
Yes, that could also be it. Well, guys, welcome to the team. Thank you for joining us. Melissa,
Yes.
great episode.
Episode.
Great episode topic today. What is our episode on?
Our episode today is on Anna Delvey, a.k.a. Anna Sorokin, who is this Russian-born scam queen girl boss.
Yes.
Who posed as a wealthy German heiress in New York to con rich people, hotels, and even banks out of money. How did she do it? Let's get into it.
Slay.
Okay, so Anna Delvey was originally born Anna Sorokin on January 23rd, 1991 in Domodedovo, which is a town south of Moscow. Her father worked as a truck driver. Her mom owned small convenience stores. Anna was later described by a Russian classmate as an excellent student and strong in character, but she could easily offend. So she was like smart and sassy is what I gathered from that.
Interesting.
So then the family moved to Germany in 2007 when Anna was 16. And she graduated from high school 2011. She worked as an intern at a PR company, and then she moved to Paris to have an internship at the French fashion magazine Purple.
Oh.
And at the time, she started calling herself Anna Delvey. But her parents are like, we don't know where that name came, because some people thought it was her mother's maiden name, but her parents are like, we have no idea. She just kind of made that name up.
I wonder if there was like someone she met when she was little with the last name Delvey who she like really admired, or some sort of actress.
So then during the summer of 2013, she traveled to New York City to go to Fashion Week, and she found it easier to make friends in New York than Paris. So she decided to just stay. And so she transferred to Purple's New York office from Paris. And then she quit Purple, her internship. She invented the idea of this thing called the Anna Delvey Foundation, which is like this private members club, art foundation. And she like got this whole pitch together and proposed it to like super rich people who are like members of New York's social scene, including this guy named Abby Rosen, who's this like billionaire real estate tycoon. Because when she was in New York, she was like making friends with like just going to all these whole high profile events, just like talking her way into like being famous.
She's a real Firefest guy. What was that guy's name?
Billy McFarland. Well, she knew him.
I was about to ask, like, they seem like they'd be thick as
lived
thieves.
with him for a few months. They didn't date.
Holy, yeah, they're two peas in a pod.
Yeah, because it was around the same time that he was doing the Firefest. Of course they knew each other. Of course they did.
Every pot has a lid. Every lid has a pot.
I've never heard that before. Is that
There's a lid to every
Allie
pot.
Siegel exclusive?
Yeah, it's for the Allie Siegel Foundation.
Wow,
and if you join, you'll get more inspirational quotes once a week.
Okay. So through her connections, she befriended this guy named Gabriel Calatrava, who was the son of this like famous architect Santiago.
Ooh.
So his family had this real estate company, and she wanted to lease this 45,000 square foot historic church missions house which was on Park Avenue and 22nd Street. So she like got all this like professional paperwork put together, had all these pitches for everything, just like talked her way into these meetings with people.
What?
She was like explaining this Anna Delvey Foundation. She's like, the heart of the club would be a dynamic visual arts center with a rotating array of pop-up shops and the exhibitions and installations from artists like Damien Hirst, Jeff Koons, blah, blah, blah. Because at the time, like, she was everywhere in New York and she was always wearing really fancy clothing.
Okay, so that makes more sense because can I be a bitch for a second?
She looks like a peasant.
I mean, you were bitchier than I am, but I was going to say she's not like a model.
No, she's not a model by any means. She's very like
dowdy.
basic.
She's dowdy. She's like, you know, she's
yeah, she doesn't look like a New York socialite.
She doesn't look
She's
like
not
a New
like
York
an
socialite.
Instagram model.
No.
So she would always wear expensive clothing. She said she was like this German heiress. So like no one knew. They just believed her because like she was getting into all these like restaurants and VIP clubs. They're like, oh yeah, she must be famous. Like you can just talk your way into anyone believing anything. It's amazing. So she told people she was from Cologne, but her German accent wasn't very good. Her accent's mainly Russian, but she tried to put on this German accent. So then she began meeting with like big names in the food and beverage world to talk about like this foundation. She met one of the founders of Nobu.
Oh my God.
Who did like a walkthrough of the building with her. And she was like, I want to have 3 restaurants in here. I want to have a juice bar. I want to have a German bakery. And everyone thought like her family was like prominent in Germany. And everyone's like, yeah, her family's famous in Germany. Like, I want to fund this project.
Oh my God.
So in 2015, she met Michael Huang, who's an art collector, at a dinner party. And then Anna found out that he planned to attend the Venice Biennale, like this art fest. So Anna asked if she could come along with him. And he was like, yeah, sure. And he booked a flight and hotel room for Anna, like with the understanding that he would be reimbursed. Okay. He was like, yeah, she's this famous heiress. Of course, I'll cover her room for her. But when they returned to New York, she conveniently forgot to pay him back. Like kept being like, oh, yeah, I'll pay you back.
Uh-oh.
And then just never did. And so he just assumed like she forgot. And then Anna had this like huge birthday party at Sadelle's in New York in January 2016.
If you have a huge birthday party and you're an adult, you're automatically a psycho. Everyone should have been onto it at that point then.
Yeah, throwing a giant birthday party for yourself.
Yeah.
Like a ton of famous rich people were there, but Anna used a fake credit card to pay for it. Like she put a credit card down. They're like, okay, yeah, great. Like we know.
Was it a Magneses?
No, it was not a Magnuses. Magnuses. So she didn't pay her bill. It was like thousands and thousands of dollars for this huge party. And like the credit card was like a fake name, fake like contact information. And so the people at the restaurant knew this guy, Michael, who came to the party. They went to his Instagram to find him and saw Anna with him and like saw her Instagram. And they messaged him. They're like, hey, do you have this Anna girl's contact info? Because she didn't pay her bill. And at the time, Michael was like, oh, fuck, this girl's probably a con artist. Like, she's not paying me back. She didn't pay her restaurant bill.
Yeah.
He eventually was repaid, but it was from a Venmo account by an unfamiliar name. Like, somehow she, like,
Tinder swindler
him.
shit.
Yeah. So Anna wasn't really having, like, a ton of success pitching this, like, Anna Delvey Foundation to investors. So she decided to get the money through quote unquote alternative means.
Foot stuff.
What she did, she created fake bank statements that showed she had access to about $60 million stored in Swiss bank accounts. And the craziest thing, while she was at this like loan company, this guy like totally believed her. And he's like, well, we need to talk to your financial advisor just to confirm you have this money. She's like, yeah. Here's his number. Or like, no, I'll have him call you And he's like, okay, great. So this guy named like Peter something or whatever called this financial advisor and was like, and the voice sounded like a man. And it was like, hello, yes, I represent Anna Delvey. These are her accounts. I'm with so-and-so bank at blah, 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 blah. I can confirm. I'll fax over all the records. Turns out that was a voice changer that Anna was using. Called him from this number that made it look like it was like in Switzerland. It was her pretending to be a man.
She's like, all the finances are
all
fine.
All the finances are fine. Genius. So they're like, okay, great. Yeah, she has this money. Sure. One of Anna's friends had told her to get in contact with Joel Cohen, who's best known as the prosecutor of Jordan Belfort, aka the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, snaps.
So he put her in touch with a guy named Andy. She like became friends with these finance guys, like inviting them out to dinners and like just kind of wooing them. After filling out these new client intake forms, which included checking boxes that confirm the client had the resources to pay, like these people would check the box like, yes, she has the resources to pay. Like these huge CEOs of these like financial institutions would like vouch for her.
Jesus.
Like, yeah, she has all the money. So November 2016, she submitted all of these loans for $22 million to City National Bank with like all these financial institutions like backing her, saying like, yeah, she has all the money. Everything's good. But then City National Bank refused to give her the loan because she failed to give them bank statements confirming she had access to the money in the Swiss account. Like they didn't believe the bank statements.
Good.
And she took them to another company, Fortress Investment Group. So then Fortress believed her and they agreed to look at her application, and Anna had to pay $100,000 just to cover legal expenses for them to like look into this application. And she's like, well, I don't have that money. So she went back to City National Bank, convinced an employee to grant her this thing called a temporary overdraft facility for $100,000 on the promise that it would be repaid quickly. Like some random employee, she like talked him into giving her $100,000.
Holy shit.
So then she used that to send to Fortress to get her loan going. Fascinating. So then a managing director at Fortress, where she got the $100,000 from, like became suspicious of her application because of like all these discrepancies in her paperwork. She claimed to be of German heritage, but her passport showed her being born in Russia. And when the director arranged to verify her assets by meeting these bankers in Switzerland, she immediately withdrew the application because she doesn't have, it's all fake. She didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So then the portion of this like $100,000 she didn't spend, they returned, but then she kept the other $50,000, which she spent on like clothes and hotels. So they just gave her like $50,000. She's like, I'm not repaying that.
This is insane. I can't even return a meal if it's wrong.
I know.
And this bitch is taking people's money all around town.
It's really something. All you need is confidence.
I admire her confidence. I'm going to say I admire her.
And she was only like 26, 27 at the time.
Oh, to be young.
Oh, to be young and confident.
Yeah.
So then Anna checked into the 11 Howard Hotel in Soho in February 2017. And she was like tipping all the employees there, just like handed them $100 bills. So they all loved her. After, I think she was there for like a couple months. But she had a credit card down, but she was there for a couple months. I think what happened is they discovered that an employee who like checked her in or whatever, like never got an imprint of the actual credit card because like the machine was down that day or something. Some weird fluke happened. And like she just kept putting everything on her tab. And they're like, oh, yeah, just put it on my tab. And no one realized that there wasn't an actual credit card under her name.
Shit.
She just kept being like, oh, yeah, put it on my tab.
Oh, fuck.
And so she had racked up $30,000. like from eating at the hotel restaurant to like staying at a hotel in New York in like the suite for like a couple months. And they like kept asking her, we need a credit card. She's like, yeah, I'll get you one tomorrow. Just kept putting it off. And then she had a bottle of 1975 Dom Perignon champagne delivered to the concierge desk in an attempt to like keep the staff on her side. But however, the hotel policy prevented the staff from keeping the gift. Lame.
Interesting to know that you can't give a gift to the hotel concierge. That's actually very surprising.
Yeah, but you can tip them though. That seems like... But yeah, while she was at this hotel, she made friends with this girl named Neff. She kept tipping her like $100 here. They became like friends. In April 27th, so eventually they kicked her out of the hotel. They're like, you don't have a credit card. You don't have anything. We need to kick you out. They like took all her stuff, the stuff out of her room. And she like got booted out of the hotel. And then April 2017, she deposited $160,000 worth of fraudulent checks into a Citibank account, which she was able to retrieve $70,000 in cash before the checks cleared.
What?
Which is crazy. She then wired part of this money to pay the hotel, 11 Howard, to pay the outstanding bill. But she was still able to not provide a credit card, so the hotel evicted her. They're like, yeah, thanks for paying, but like you can't stay. We need a credit card.
You have to go.
And this next month, she convinced Blade, this private jet company, to charter a flight to Omaha, Nebraska without paying the $35,000 fee up front. She was going to see Warren Buffett at an investors conference. She sent Blade a forged wire transfer confirmation slip, supposedly from Deutsche Bank, as part of the scheme. They're like, yeah. And then she said she knew the CEO, Rob, who she had like met at a party like a month prior. And she would call the company to be like, oh yeah, I'm Rob's friend. I'll wire you the money later, but I need a private jet. And they're like, okay. And like, they just believed her. And they were like, oh, are you going to pay? She's like, yeah, I'll have my bank wire you the money. And like, no one ever did. And then she invited 3 friends to what she claimed was this all expenses paid vacation to Marrakesh, Morocco. So it was her trainer, I believe, and this other like friend of hers, Rachel. And they all fly to Morocco, like first class, like it's all free. They stay at this like super expensive hotel. But like as soon as they got to the hotel, the staff there was like, your credit card isn't working.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry. Can you get a different card? She's like, yeah. She would give them a piece of paper that had credit card numbers and expiration dates on it. She's like, just try one of these. And they're like,
what? I'd be like, okay, this bitch stole all this credit card information. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, they're like, okay. And none of the credit cards went through. So they kept coming back to her and being like, ma'am, we need a credit card or we're going to have to kick you out of this hotel immediately. And she was like, her excuse for not having money was that her dad was late on giving her allowance, or like he was mad at her. So he put a hold on her trust.
Okay.
So, and she would like cry and be like, oh, my dad is mad at me. He's holding my money right now. Like that's what's happening. And so she was crying. And then Rachel, her friend who was with her, was like, if you need a credit card to like, just as a hold until like Anna's money goes through, like, here, take my credit card. She's like, just use it as a hold. Oh, no. Anna's money is going to go through eventually. And Anna was like, yeah, great. So they took this girl Rachel's card. And of course, Anna's money never went through because she doesn't have any money. They ended up putting $60,000 on Rachel's Amex. That was, and Anna's like, I'll send you the money back. I promise I'll wire it to you.
That's like the time I went to Gelson's and got chopped mango, and I didn't check the price, and it turned out to be like $11 for a mango.
For one mango?
Yeah, it was insane.
Why?
So I know how Rachel feels.
Was it good?
It was fine.
What the fuck? That's like Japanese prices when you go get like The crazy square
A
fruit.
cantaloupe is like
It's really, those fruits are really good. That expensive fruit in Japan.
they're selling those strawberries at Gelson's now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Which strawberries?
Oshi.
Yeah, like Oshi something. We'll tell you later.
Fancy strawberries.
Fancy strawberries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's take a quick break for announcements. Webcrawlers has a Patreon to get access to rewards, bonus episodes, shout outs, video episodes a day early, ad-free episodes. Please go to patreon.com/webcrawlers. You can donate as little as $2 a month to become one of our bimbo patrons. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcast. If you give us a 5-star review, we will shout you out. Also, please give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. Earios has a hotline. Insert jingle here.
626-604-6262.
Guys, we are all caught up again.
Wow.
Yeah, we are. We are.
So y'all need to call with your 3-parters apologizing. We will take 5-part voicemails. So please call.
Boy.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. That's
My
a whole
challenge-
podcast episode.
My challenge is who can leave the longest voicemail.
No, Allie.
The
Oh,
Webcrawler's
no.
longest voicemail challenge starts
Allie.
starts
It's
today.
gonna be one whole podcast episode is going to be 40 minutes of a 10-part voicemail.
God, I can't wait. This is such a good idea I just had. Now, back to our program.
So, like, the rest of this Morocco trip, Rachel was using her credit card. She's like, yeah, Anna will pay me back.
Oh my God.
She never paid her back. Spoiler, she
shit.
never paid her back. So then when they got back from Morocco, Anna moved hotels. She went to the Beekman Hotel. Again, managed to book without leaving a credit card on file.
What?
I don't know how she's doing this.
Maybe her accent is so bad that no one can understand what she's saying and they just want to get off
Maybe.
the phone and they're like, okay.
Somehow she's talking these people into like booking these hotels. I don't know what she's doing. So then 3 weeks into this hotel stay, she accumulated a bill of $11,000 and had not paid. And so the Beekman Hotel evicted her because she's not paying. She doesn't have a credit card. So then she moved to the Hotel W, New York Union Square. She attempted a similar scam, but she was only able to stay there for 2 days before she was kicked out. So then after that, she was homeless. She had no money, no access to money. None of her credit cards were working because they were all fake. She had no cash. This one night after she got kicked out, she went to her trainer's apartment, one of the girls who went on the Morocco trip with her.
Oh, okay.
She went there, like called her from the outside and was like, hey, I'm near your building. Can we talk? And the trainer was in the middle of a date. There was like a dude in her apartment and she's like, no, not tonight. I'm busy. And then like Anna started crying and was like, I really need to talk to you. And the trainer's like, okay, fine. So she goes down to the lobby and like Anna's down there crying. And she's like, I'm trying to like do this thing and everything's so hard and I don't know what I'm going to do. And then the trainer's like, well, can you call your family? Can you call like someone to like, you must have money somewhere. And she was like, no, my parents are in Africa. And she's like, can I crash at your place tonight? And the trainer's like, no.
Good.
Like, there's a guy up there. I have a date. The trainer's like walking back upstairs and Anna's like, well, I just don't want to be left alone because like I might do something to myself.
Oh, boy.
And the trainer's like, ugh. Like, well, I can't leave you alone now.
The old suicide threat.
Yep. So then Anna went upstairs and like went into the apartment and the trainer's date was like hiding in the bedroom. So like this trainer offered her some water and she's like, do you have any Pellegrino?
That's tight. Honestly, I like that. I think that's
There
cool.
was the trainer had one bottle of Pellegrino left and then Anna just grab the bottle, start drinking from it. And the trainer's like, God damn it, this is my last bottle of fucking Pellegrino.
That's sick.
Just like, and what's funny is when she was coming back from Morocco, she had no money. So like Rachel had to book them plane tickets. And Anna's like, well, can we book first class?
This bitch.
It's like didn't even want to like get a free plane ticket. It was like, well, I mean, I have to fly first class.
Oh my God.
Amazing. After that, these hotels, the Beekman, the W hotels, they pressed charges against Anna for theft of services.
Wow.
And also, she was being investigated by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office for bank fraud. And so, like, she was kind of, like, caught. And she was on the New York Post, like, the front page. The headline was, "Wannabe socialite busted for skipping out on pricey hotel bills."
Oh, shit.
And then, you'll appreciate this. So, to get back at the managers of the hotels, she bought domain names of all the managers' names. Just their first and last names, just to buy them.
That's pretty intense.
I know. She claims she learned this from Martin Shkreli because they had met, like they had
like
hung
this
out a few
girl.
times.
You know what? Justice for Anna. I like this girl.
It's pretty awesome. If she hadn't scammed her friend who wasn't rich,
Yes.
I'd be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But like once you're scamming your friends, like it's rich people, who gives a fuck? Banks, whatever.
Right.
But like it's fucked up to scam
that
your friend
domain
who, like,
name thing, though,
I know.
that's pretty good. Imagining her just like fuming on GoDaddy,
just
being
spending
like,
$12 to buy these domain names,
Yeah.
like her last money.
be like bobjones.com.
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and she lived with Billy McFarland for a few months while he was funding the Fire Fest.
That's so crazy.
So then she was arrested and a grand jury was convened in August 2017. They indicted her on 2 counts of attempted grand larceny in the first degree, 3 counts of grand larceny in the second degree, misdemeanor theft of services. The most serious charge related to the fraudulent loan application made to City National Bank and the Forest Investment Group. Like her loan application for that $22 million was like the most serious of all the offenses. And then check fraud was one of them. The incident in Morocco as well was one of the charges. And there was theft of services was related to failure to pay the hotel and the restaurant bills. So all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
She was arrested October 3rd in a sting operation.
Ooh.
At the time, she was actually at Passages Malibu, the addiction treatment facility.
Was she like in treatment?
I think so. Yeah, she went there for like, I don't exactly know. I tried to find it online, but there's not a lot of info on why she went there.
Probably anonymity.
Yeah. So Anna's former friend, Rachel, who paid for everything in Morocco, she was talking to the police officers. And so they're like, can you please set this up? Because they couldn't arrest her in the facility. She had to come out of the facility to be arrested. So Rachel's working with the police and was like, she set up a lunch meeting at a restaurant nearby so Anna would leave the facility.
Oh, shit.
And that's when the officers arrested her.
Fuck.
Yeah. So she had this defense attorney named Todd, and he arranged for a professional stylist to get outfits for her court appearances. She said it was very important that I dress appropriately for the trial. Like that was her main concern. It was like, I need to get my hair done and my makeup for the trial. And then in response, the prosecutor said that Anna showed more concern for her attire than the emotions of those she hurt.
Anna.
And then on the Friday of the trial, Anna refused to enter the courtroom because she didn't want to appear in prison-issued clothing. and her civilian outfit for the day had not been pressed. She's like, I don't look, can I like change my clothes? What? And the judge said, this is a trial. This is a defendant in a criminal case. I am sorry if her clothing is not up to her standards, but she's got to be here.
I'm wondering what mental illness this is, or like what
narcissism?
Is it narcissism? I mean, obviously we can't diagnose it, but this is a disorder. This is disorder
something.
Thinking. This isn't normal con behavior. This is like above and beyond.
Sociopathic. It's crazy.
It's weird.
In Anna's defense, she claimed that she had been trying to pay back all the debt. The lawyer attempted to describe her as an entrepreneur, even compared her to Frank Sinatra, claiming they both created a golden opportunity in New York.
Well, that's what you get for having a lawyer named Todd. So ridiculous.
So then April 2019, jury found Anna guilty of 8 charges. She was found not guilty of 2 other charges. One of attempted grand larceny relating to the loan application, and then one of larceny in the second degree relating to the theft of $62,000 from Rachel in Morocco. So she wasn't guilty on either of those.
Jesus.
She was given a sentence of 4 to 12 years in state prison. She was fined $24,000 in order to pay restitution of $199,000. So,
she got lucky.
Yeah. She was at Rikers during the trial. She ended up being released from prison after 2 years.
2 years.
February 2021.
That's now. No, it's not. It's 2022. Sorry.
That's today.
That's what?
She was out for about a month. And then a month later, March 2021, she was taken back into custody by immigration for overstaying her visa. So as of April 2021, she was being held in a New Jersey county jail awaiting deportation to Germany.
Why do you have to go to a jail to await deportation? Can't you just be like, bye? Like, oh, I'm being deported. Bye.
Well, she appealed it.
Oh.
So it was like a whole process of like, she wanted to stay and like, it's a whole thing.
Bitch, get out of here.
Get out of here. So as of September 2021, she was still in prison. But then so this article came out about her in New York Magazine like a few years ago. Fantastic article. Shondaland bought the rights to it and made it into a TV series. And Anna got paid $320,000. But she had to use $200,000 of that to pay back what she owed. So she ended up making $100,000. But
that pisses
there's
me
this
off,
law. The New York Attorney General's office sued Anna using this thing called the Son of Sam law.
Oh my God.
Which prohibits those convicted of a crime from profiting from its publicity.
Cool. I'm glad that's a law.
Yeah. They froze the rest of the money. She was owed like, $140,000 after she paid back all her victims. So they froze the money. And then City National Bank claimed $100,000. And then Citibank claimed the other $40,000 that she took from them. And then Netflix agreed to send future payments to like an escrow account managed by her lawyer.
Why is Shonda desperate to give this woman money?
I don't know. Because I'm assuming the woman who wrote the article, got a shit ton of money. And
you know what? I bet she didn't. I bet that she probably got $50,000 to buy the rights for her article. And like she got fucked over as writers. Well, because
it was Anna's life rights that she sold. So I don't know. But anyway, that show is on Netflix and
we have differing opinions on it.
Well, no, it's not good. I'm sorry, it's not good. It's so long. It's because it's such a good story. It's like the best scam story. And the show, like the first episode focuses on the journalist.
Yes.
And it's like, who cares? who gives a shit? We don't care about the journal. Like her trying to write the story. And it's like, we don't care.
Someone tweeted that it would be like if the movie Hustlers was told from Julia Stiles' perspective.
Yeah. You know, what's funny is the woman who wrote that article wrote the Hustlers article that got turned into the movie.
No way.
Yeah.
That's probably why that woman tweeted that. And I thought it was just clever.
No, it is funny.
It's just, it's hard to get through.
Yeah.
They didn't hook me. I think it should have been a documentary. Why not make a documentary?
I know. I really want a documentary about it. Like, give me like an hour and a half documentary. This is like 9 episodes that are like an hour long each.
Yeah.
People are complaining about Julia Garner's accent. And like, I get it because it's... Julia Garner went to prison to talk with Anna.
Oh, she went to the Clink.
Went to the Clink to talk to her that's Anna's accent. She's Russian, but she pretends to be German. So it's an accurate accent, but it sounds, if you didn't know Anna's accent, you'll be like, this is the worst accent. Like, what is happening?
Also, it's just not exciting for a story that should be exciting and interesting. And it also feels like it was made in 1990. Like the way people there's no realism to it. Like the way the characters talk, it's just it's not how people talk.
There's something off about it. It sucks because I'm a big Shonda Rhimes fan. You know,
yeah, we love Shonda.
We love Shonda.
We're Shonda heads.
But Shonda heads. But this one, I've watched I think like 6 episodes. I think it gets better when it focuses more on Anna and not the journalist.
Yeah.
But it's still like, I wish there was just a short documentary about it.
I caved after 45 minutes, but maybe I'll try it again since you kept doing it.
It's long.
Yeah, it is
so long.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But yeah, that's the story of, she's still in prison, by the way, but her Instagram is active somehow. I'm not sure how. But like, I have a lot of mutual followers.
Oh my God, you would, Melissa.
I was like, who? Oh, like a bunch of people I know follow her. I'm like, yeah, so I followed her. I'm like, why not?
Is it the Anna Delvey?
Yes.
Oh my God, I have a lot of mutuals with her too. But actually, I think it's just people who follow her. I don't think it's like mutuals.
Yeah.
She only follows 84 people.
But yeah, and Neff, the woman who worked at the hotel who became her friend, is like still friends with her. And I think she like actually is working on Inventing Anna, the show.
This can't be her real. Is this her real profile?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, I think it is because it starts like earlier than 2015. Like it starts.
Yeah, it has all her selfies that they used in the show on it.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Wow. So if you want to look at her Instagram, it's the Anna Delvey. And you can follow her journeys. A lot of pictures of like art, travel. There's a picture of a lobster dinner. There's several pictures of lobster dinners. She loves a lobster.
Things.
She loves Pellegrino and lobster. That's one thing we know about our Anna.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I wonder what's going to happen, if she's going to get deported or what. I don't know.
This is crazy. If you have ever come into contact with Anna, or if you've ever been scammed by an Anna, or if you have ever been a scammer, where can people reach us?
You can email us at webcrawlerspod@gmail.com.
Oh my God. Kanye's girlfriend, Kanye's girlfriend, wrote on like her last post, "Thank you for the birthday wishes. I was recording when you called."
What does that mean?
Did she call from the slammer to wish her a happy birthday?
Wait, Julia Fox commented on Anna's
Facebook, her last Instagram photo, the one where it says, "Insider erasing Anna from ICE detention. Anna Delvey talks about her new Netflix show and life behind bars."
Oh my God, Julia Fox. Thank you for the B-Day. Huh?
So did she
Plot
call
twist.
from jail? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Julia Fox is like a New York socialite girl.
How is she still standing by her side? Oh my God. So someone wrote, girl, did they give you a phone in jail? So everyone's wondering how she's still posting.
She must.
If you know how she's still posting from jail, or if you're allowed to have a phone in jail. Well, Epstein, I mean, they let Epstein leave and stuff and like work. I wonder if
that Billy McFarland guy and Martin Shkreli, they were both like, they had access to phones. That guy Billy like recorded a podcast or something in prison.
Like, is prison fun?
Who knows?
Our next episode, is prison fun? An investigation.
Is prison fun?
Okay, wow. So, and also if someone works in a prison and can explain this phone situation to us, we would love that as well.
It must be they sneak them in.
God,
in exchange for
Julia Fox and Anna Delvey being friends is the biggest. If anything, it's the biggest part of this whole thing.
Yes.
All right. Well, I am Allie, $62,000 bill at the Hotel Seagull.
I am Melissa, $30,000 bill at the 11 Hotel in Soho, Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria Scammer Blasucci.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.